In Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore, we follow Oscar-winning actress Marlee Matlin from when she's a child. She lost her hearing when she was 18 months old for unknown reasons, and we follow her through her career when she's a child, a teenager, up to her Oscar-winning role in Children of a Lesser God, and then we follow her through her careers in the 90s and up until she starred in the Oscar-winning film Coda. After winning her Oscar in the 80s, Marlee became a pioneer for the deaf community, helping put open captioning in a lot of TV shows and movies, and also becoming a beacon of light for the deaf community throughout her life. Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore is directed by Shoshannah Stern, and this film is her directorial debut. Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore. The Not Alone Anymore refers to when the film Coda won a whole bunch of Oscars, especially for supporting actor for Troy. Marlee felt not alone anymore. She was the only deaf actress to ever win an Oscar or be nominated, and after her co-star in Coda finally won an Oscar and the film won an Oscar for Best Picture, she finally felt like she had some colleagues in her field. She didn't feel alone anymore. She can share all of the accolades with somebody. When you get this kind of documentary, especially when the subject is still alive and they are a big part of the documentary, you're never quite sure how much access you're going to get, how much information you're going to get. Is it going to be very heavily sanitized? And this film, and like there's different types of categories. There's like the sanitized documentaries where it's all fluff and the documentary is just there to make them look good. And you get some documentaries where it's kind of a mix of both, like some fluff and some like dirty stuff that you some information you didn't really know about, something scandalous. And then you get the documentaries like this, Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore, where it's full warts and all. Marlee doesn't hold back. You get to know everything about her life, her struggles, her personal life, everything she's gone through in life. I think if you followed her career closely, this documentary is probably nothing new for you, especially if you read her autobiography. But for me, I don't really know much about Marlee's life except for the things she starred in. Like I've seen her in Children of a Lesser God, I've seen her in Coda, I've seen her in that Seinfeld episode, and I've seen her in Hear No Evil, I think. And I've been impressed with everything she's done, but other than the movies she's been in and her acting roles, I don't really know much about her life. So for me, this film was quite eye-opening, especially about her personal life and her struggles in her personal life, and just all of the struggles she had when she was a child and when she was a teenager, and then these struggles led to drug abuse when she was a teenager, and then when she finally got her big break in Children of a Lesser God, she was still addicted to drugs and she had to go to rehab, and then she was in a relationship with a much older actor, William Hurt, and that was an abusive relationship. And those details I didn't know about. Like William Hurt was one of my favorite actors. I grew up watching him, and it was quite conflicting for me to know this information about him, and it was quite interesting. And another aspect this film explores is why was he never cancelled when he was alive, because these allegations were out there when the Me Too movement became big a decade or so ago, and he still worked with big directors and big actors and still got a lot of roles. So why was he never cancelled? Why was these allegations never brought up again? So that was quite an interesting part of the story. and all of the controversies that Marlee had to go through just with the deaf community. Like every time she did something on a public stage, she got scrutinized by the deaf community, and most of the time she didn't even know what. Nobody told her why, like she did something wrong. Nobody bothered to explain to her because she was kind of separate from this community. Like she never grew up with other deaf people, so she never like mixed with the deaf community. So when she finally became famous and became a big actress, and she did something new or different on the public stage, like she talked or she didn't talk, and like the deaf community would judge her, and she didn't know why. So that part of the film was very interesting. There's a moment in the second half of the film where the film shows a montage of all of the films and roles she's done. Like after she did Children of Lesser God, like it was difficult for her to get roles, but she worked hard and to get roles, and she did a lot of not like bad movies. She did a lot of good movies, a lot of prestige TV dramas. So she did work in a lot of established movies and TV roles, and worked with a lot of respected filmmakers. And when they show that montage, it's very emotional. I feel very emotional for her because she must have worked so hard to get all of these roles, and when they show the clips of these roles, she is fantastic in every role. Like it's like an Oscar clip for every role she's been in, and she just nailed every opportunity she got. This film was such an inspiration to see, this film was such an inspiration to watch, and I'm not even a deaf person. This film would be such an inspiration for deaf people. You can, or anybody who's different, anybody who has a disability. You have to fight. She has these tattoos on her wrist, one on each side, and one tattoo says perseverance, and the other tattoo says warrior. And she can see these tattoos every day, and you can, in the film, she goes to like a tattoo artist, and on parts of her body she gets like really small inspirational tattoos on her body, because she is never satisfied, even though she's won an Oscar and she's been in Coda, and she's had a successful career. She's directed a movie, and she's continuing to push boundaries for people with disabilities. She's never satisfied. She's always working. She's always hungry, and it was so inspiring to see. I give Marlee Matlin 4 stars out of 5. This is a very eye-opening documentary, especially if you don't know much about Marlee Matlin other than the most famous role she's been in. It's probably nothing new for people who know Marlee's career and personal life, and if you've read her autobiography. But if you don't know much about Marlee's life, then this is a very inspiring, eye-opening film, and that tackles a lot of subjects. And I highly recommend checking out Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore. What did you think of Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.